Shalom, shalom. Before I start this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren out there teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. It's Brother Dama Gabar here from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Now, this is not going to be a long lesson, but just something I came across on Fox News that says NYPD, all hands on deck. Capitol Police call in more manpower ahead of potential Trump arrest. Now, this could all be staged, or this could all be, a real situation that could be used, by these elites to send in, agent provocateurs, could send in hired hands to come in to let this thing spiral out of control, in order to bring further chaos, to bring further, crises on deck that these devils could use to, further issue in some type of unrighteous decrees. They can use this to lock down, bring in martial law. It could be used as a reason to, cause, sedition amongst the people. They're talking about arresting Donald Trump over paying for some punani, years ago, which is bullshit. But hey, like we've heard, these elites, they don't let any crisis go to waste. We know that they're doing this, to stop Trump from trying to become president or from running. This could be used for many different things on many different levels. But one thing we have to be aware of is that, hey, let's not be surprised if this devil used this as an excuse to, to lock things down, or to, like I said, pass more unrighteous decrees. We just don't know. But we know it's something that we can just keep our eyes on and see where it's all going to head. This could be, totally staged, man, to where, they could have somebody go in there with a pocket nuke, or have somebody go in there and shoot an assault rifle so that Biden can sign more gun laws into place. It can be used for many different scenarios for these, devils to roll down and lock down and, do more wickedness. But, it's not a very deep video. But, when I read it, when I saw it and I read it, it was just like, hey, something told me, hey, just do a quick lesson on this, because this could be something. This could turn into something. This could cause a sedition. It could cause, an uprising. It can cause, Egyptian to rise up against the Egyptian, civil war, because Trump does call for, his supporters in his articles to protest this thing. And, like we said, hey, this could turn ugly. This could turn violent. And like I said, eventually it could be used, to further push prophecy. So I'm going to read a little bit of this article. I got one precept and then I'm going to get out of here. But just something that, we should keep our eyes on and see how this thing is going to play out, because, it could be used, to spark some type of fire, man. But anyway, it says the New York City Police Department has instructed all 36,000 of its officers to be in uniform and on standby ahead of the potential arrest of former President Trump on Tuesday. Both the NYPD and Capitol Hill Police in Washington, D.C. are making preparations for potential unrest should Trump be indicted. You see, so even over there in D.C., the Capitol, they're preparing for something. And, and this can be a prime opportunity for them to bring in those agent provocateurs to really get shit popping, to fake another attack on the Capitol, or, have somebody do something to where they could, go in there and shoot somebody, or where they could pass more gun laws, or whatever. It could be used for many different, scenarios for these devils. Further reasons for them to, pass laws to where, geofencing can be implemented. It has many levels of possibilities. It says, are making preparations for potential unrest should Trump be indicted, though they said there have been no specific threats. Law enforcement sources said Trump is unlikely to be indicted on Tuesday, however, saying it is more likely to occur on Wednesday at the earliest. While an indictment is by no means certain, Trump himself has called on his supporters to protest and take our country back, you see? And this could be something that could be used to stoke, insurrection, sedition, for people to take up arms, for there to be mass protests, and also on the other side, for these elites to use the agent provocateur to do something to get shit, more flames and more riot and more, sedition in this society. It says, in the event of his arrest, the NYPD orders to officers came in Tuesday, memo obtained by News 4. U.S. Capitol Police have already begun erecting barricades and calling in more manpower as a precaution. The barriers will not extend so far as they did in the weeks following the pro-Trump storming of the U.S. Capitol in 2021. As you can see, look, they're setting up shop, getting ready. The USCP clarified on Monday that it is not aware of any specific threat against the Capitol, but is making preparations out of an abundance of caution, you see? So this could be, used as a setup, man, just to get shit popping, just to get somebody to come out here and to do something so that more unrighteous decrees and laws could be passed to further, lock down on the people. It says several law enforcement groups were scheduled to meet at noon on Monday at the NYPD headquarters in Manhattan to discuss the logistics of a potential indictment against Trump. The NYPD hosted the meeting, and other attendees included Michael Magliano, chief of the Department of Public Safety, who oversees New York court officer and head of the Security Service of the New York office, and representatives from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Trump would be the first former president in U.S. history to face criminal charges if Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office levels them. The potential indictment is expected to allege campaign financial infractions related to records keeping, a slim pretext for such a high-profile case, which, I was listening to some of these guys speak about this whole indictment, and it's really a bunch of bullshit. So it's just showing you that, if they do lock this guy up or he do get indicted, it's really on some fugazi charges, man, which, the people are going to say, look, if they're willing to lock up a former president on some bullshit, that would be a perfect reason to riot and to, protest and do what we got to do to try to take back this country. They're taking away our rights. They're shitting all over the Constitution. And you're going to have these red-blooded Americans and Trump supporters, go out there and show support, which, they could go out there on some let's not get violent tip. But like we said, agent provocateurs, this man will use any situation to better his situation, So who knows what can happen? I'm not saying something will happen. I'm not saying nothing won't happen. But, hey, we still need to keep our eyes on this because, all things that happen lead to prophecy, some shape, form, or fashion, man. So I just got this one precept, and I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, this wasn't a very deep video, but this is Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, which is Egyptians speaking about here is, spiritual Egyptians, which is America. And like Trump said, hey, this could cause civil unrest. Why the hell you think they're ramping up the police force? They're got all manpower on deck over there in New York, and they're setting up barricades over there in D.C., just in case this likely scenario happens to happen, if this guy Trump gets indicted. It says, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. You see, and that's what this could lead to. You're probably gonna have pro-Trump supporters. You might have anti-Trump supporters out there, Republicans, Democrats, all out there to express their opinions about the situation, and it could turn ugly. It could be provocateur. It could lead to something to where, prophecy can be fulfilled, man. So like I said, we're just going to keep our eye on that to see what happens. Like I said, it could be something, it could be nothing, but hey, it's something to look at, man, because, everything is all, linked with prophecy in some shape, form, or fashion, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Call halal, Yahweh, Shem, Yahushua, put the spirit in me and do this lesson. Until the next one, Shalom. God damn it.